Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are once again watching Astroteric TV with your one and only host, the Astro Guru. And today's topic, infinite void. If you know, you know. But yeah, I said it. Infinite void. Now, before we can get into what an infinite void is, we got to break it down and put it all together. Now, if you watch anime, there's a character named Gojo with the move called the infinite void. I'm not going to explain what he does. I'm just going to explain what the infinite void is, and you can understand pretty much what he does, or you can go on YouTube it, whatever you want to do, right? I'm not here to promote anime right now. I'm here to break down what the infinite void is. So now, first part, infinite. What is infinity? What is infinite? Feel me? The opposite of finite. Finite means this is what it is, and it's not going to be nothing else, and it doesn't probably last that long. Probably durable, but probably doesn't last that long. Infinite is lasting forever. This is, you feel me, forever. Like darkness for eons. Like, because light can only reach but so far. So that's why it's infinite. So infinity, infinite, lasting forever, eternal. So now the void is something that's empty, not filled. So if you're not a full person, then and you have a void in you, it can be expanded. You feel me? It can expand and it can contract. So when you work yourself out within and you become filled, when you fill your own voids, then you become filled. But when someone else fills that void for you, it actually does more damage than good. So here we have infinite being forever, and void, darkness, for me, void of life, like dead. So infinite and basically dead, infinite dead, infinite darkness. It's also something else that they, it's a place they call like the eternal abyss. And using infinite void is how you put someone there. Now that we know what an infinite void is and who can fill the void, the void can only be filled internally or externally. But since it's an infinite void, it's most likely internal, because that's where your voids are. The world is void of its own things, but it's only void of things that people haven't put into it yet. So at one point, the world was void of cell phones. Feel me? Having a cell phone was something that was dead. Like, you couldn't have a cell phone. Like, it wasn't possible. It hadn't been invented. But once it was invented, the void was filled. You understand? So the world can lack love. It can be void of love. Like, it can be void of war. But all these things exist in the big world. And remember, you got your own world. If you don't understand that, I already have a video out on that, where you got your world and the world. You feel me? It's two worlds going on at one time. Now, multiple worlds going on. Everybody else got their own world too. So I say you in your own world. You're dazed off, you in a trance and whatnot. But now, excuse me. So here we are at eternal abyss, infinite darkness. Now, let's give an example of how you can use infinite void. Let's say I know you got insecurities about yourself. And obviously, if I'm using something on you, life is a battle back and forth, things like that. It's a type of war. Your objective should be to defend yourself. Well, it should be first. Most people's nature is to defend their insecurities. Now, people who, grow, they start to, they start to heal their insecurities. You feel me? They go within and they heal them. So it's less likely that you can use something that you can point out what's void in their life, that you can fill a spot where, they got to have a new feeling, a new experience. And a lot of times, things are painful. Like going through new things is painful. Change is painful. And then going through the same thing that you've been going through for years on years is also painful, because now you feel like you can't better your situation. Like there's nothing you can do about it. And nobody likes to feel helpless. So, especially when you can help yourself. But sometimes that's hard to, especially if you don't know how. So, here you are with this void, right? These insecurities. And whatever else may be going on that you don't like about yourself, don't like that's going on in your life. Whoever, if there's a person in your life that you don't like, I'll represent them. Feel me? I will come off with the character and spirit of that same exact person and remind you. And you'll be like, man, and you're going to hate me too. But it's going to remind you of the other person that you hate. So now your brain going in two ways. And you wondering what is happening right now. If you got insecurities about yourself, I'll expose them and show them to you. That's what the infinite void is. I want to show you. Depending on who you are, you got to make the mental observation of, do I show them by doing the complete opposite of what they do? Or do I show them by doing exactly what they do to me, to them? Decisions. So, it's really a holy move, though. It's a light move. It's a move that you do when you're a light worker. You don't really do nothing to them. You just exposing, you putting on display. You're feel me? You're projecting what's wrong with them. Now, depending on however you want to do that is on you. But there's different voids. So every time you do it, something different is going to happen. Now, I don't want to go too deep into how you expose themselves to them, because then we got to get into a little something. Like, but it's all from within. You're not doing nothing but centering yourself, meditating, feel me, breathing, feeling. You're not thinking. Notice I didn't say thinking. When you meditate, you do not think. You let go. That way you can let them come in, so you can have the conversation, the friction of back and forth, so you can spin the energy back out. But the longer you charge it, the more you can do with it. So the more you go within and heal your own voids, the more other people's voids you can expose, should you have to. And it's really a move geared to get you to change, to notice the error of your ways, and, to kind of like break you down and make you realize, like, damn, there's things about me that I got to change. Like, there's things about me that could be better. Why have I never thought like this? Or, how I haven't ever felt this way. And, these things aren't meant for everybody. Like, everything isn't meant for everybody. But everyone has the same capabilities. Like, we don't have the same abilities, but we have the same capabilities. You're capable of doing it. You're just not able to do it. And you can go from being disabled to able. Like, you feel me? But the ones who are, just able, who've been born able to do things, we all got different things about us that we gifted with. And you all got, help from certain spirits and entities and things like that, gods, the universe, whichever you want to call it. But end of the day, what it basically is infinite void, eternal abyss, absolute darkness, where you take a person's emptiness, you pull it out of them. For me, although it's empty, it's still a space. Like, so you got to remember that. Like, although it's empty, it's still a space. Like, I can be inside of an empty room but it's still a space. But the room has to exist. Like, it's in the room. You feel me? Like, someone had to build the room. So there's obviously something there. There's a structure there, but it doesn't have anything inside of it now. So now once you expose and expand the empty room, you can put whatever in it you want, pretty much. And when you fill the void with the right things, it's like putting numbers in a combination lock. You put the right ones, the person will open right up. You feel me? It's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. Like, now, fortunately for me, I always thought these kind of ways, but I didn't know what I was doing, or, I always thought, like, people got powers. Like, I got x-ray vision, like, and I've proven many times to be great with my eyesight. Although, of course, I don't have x-ray vision. Like, come on now. I would have been on, like, the news or something. I'd have been out there, oh man, with x-ray vision, sees they would have had to do some old crazy, like, reverse CAT scan, other stuff to me. They would have had to build machines to figure out what's going on in my brain and some old craziness. It would have been lit. I probably would have got carted off somewhere, became a superhero or something. I don't know. But since that's not what we're talking about, it's just infinite void. For me, where there's a void, that means something is empty and it can be filled. For me, and if you want to put something, whatever you want to put in it, make sure that, it's like I said, it's a light move. It's a move for light work. It's like you could be dark about it, but it's a light move because you're not physically harming anyone. You feel me? They might want to harm themselves or something like that. But you're not doing absolutely nothing to nobody. You're not talking to nobody crazy. You're not disrespecting nobody. You're not putting your hands on nobody. You're not doing absolutely anything. You're becoming one with yourself in the universe to understand. And like, it's like you going inside the person and you pulling why they not reaching their full potential out of them, just clean out of them. Because some people think they reached their full potential already, or at least they arrogant enough to feel like they did. But every day of life is about growth. Everything on the earth grows. The trees grow, the grass grows, the animals grow. Like, you feel me? Maggots grow. They grow right up out you. Like, they already inside you. When you die, they grow up out you. Like, everything grows. Everything has a lifespan. Like, even inanimate objects have lifespans. Like, you feel me? Batteries, they die. Can't talk to the batteries. Can't eat the batteries. Can't chill with the batteries. Like, but they die, meaning they have life. You understand that? I'm like, everything has life. And if you treat everything with a life as if it was your life, you can vibrate so high, it won't make no sense. I'm talking about, I used to be at the house, I used to have like 4 or 5 cats. Rest in peace to them, because I know they're probably gone somewhere. I miss those cats. But yeah, they used to go to sleep right on my chest. Like, all 4 of them in a row. Like, lined up with my chakras. You feel me? Like, it was crazy. I'm talking about they all on my lap. Like, one at the root chakra. Feel me? One at the solar plexus. One on my heart chakra. Like, it was crazy. You feel me? Like, one on my, what's the other chakra? Of course, it wasn't nobody on the crown or none of that. But you know the other chakra, man. I don't really feel like diving that deep into them 7 chakras in my brain right now. I'm gonna embarrass myself. I mean, I am what I am, and right now, I'm not diving into no chakras. This was about infinite void. But yeah, for the most part, that's all I want to leave y'all with. So that's explains to the people that know what's going on and where it came from, that, you explain an old thing to a new generation. So to the people that watch anime, Infinite Void is exactly that, eternal abyss. That's what he's doing when he does that. And to the people that don't watch anime, It ain't about anime. It's about the infinite void being a real thing. It's something that you can really do. It's not just a cartoon move that somebody did. Like, nah, there's actual trainings for these things. And for anybody that don't know, I'm Asian. I'm deep Asian in my ancestry somewhere. So I do a lot of, like, a lot of the Buddhist teachings are already written within me. So I do a lot of meditating and fasting and things like that. So I vibrate in a different place from the average person. And I'm also who I am, which is an earth angel. Till next time.